I only have one goal on this channel, and that's to tell you guys the truth and nothing but the truth about female nature and what actually works in the real world when it comes to dating these days with women. And that's why I've titled this video, Women Only Get Attached to Men Who Do Not Need Them. And this is the dark truth that you guys need to come to terms with, whether you come to terms with it now, whether you come to terms with it in 5 years' time after 3 heartbreaks, or whether you come to terms with it in 10 years' time after 2 divorces, and then you finally come to the reality that women only get attached to men who do not need them. All right, so who are the women getting attached to? They're getting attached to the losers. They're getting attached to the bums. They're getting attached to the guys who treat them poorly. The reason why the women are getting attached to these kinds of guys is because these guys simply do not care. They do not care about what she thinks. They do not care about the consequences to their actions, about how they treat her. They simply do not care. You'll see this all the time, right? That girl will have a guy friend. He'll come up to her, he'll say, "Why do you even like that guy? All he does is treat you like shit. He doesn't even care about you. Why do you even like him?" And she'll just go, "Oh, I don't know. I just like him." And then she'll go, "I need a guy who just treats me well. I need a nice guy like you." And then she's never with that guy. She will always be attached to the guy who just doesn't give a fuck. And that guy friend will be waiting for years and years, and she'll be going through all these different guys, these losers, these bums, who she's attached to every single time, and that nice guy friend will be waiting and waiting forever for his chance. You literally see this all the time. Him not caring tells this woman 2 things. Number 1, he has more options, and he also has the capability to attract more women on her level or above. Notice how I didn't say below her level or below her level of attractiveness. He has the ability to attract more women on her level or above. That is what goes through her mind when that man doesn't care. And number 2, he is happy and content being on his own. He does not rely on a girl or an external source for his happiness. The fact that he does not care what she thinks, he's not seeking her approval, and he does not need her, proves that he is comfortable being on his own. What you've got to understand is the guys who show a girl that they need her love and affection and they need her reassurance are in a scarcity mindset, and she can smell this. She can smell the fact that you don't want to lose her. And this happens so many times in long-term relationships. For example, the good morning text. "Good morning, babe. How did you sleep?" So many guys make this mistake, right? And all that's doing is asking her for reassurance. You want that reply. You want that reply for in the morning saying, "Oh, I slept really well. Good morning to you too, babe. I love you. Have a good day." That is what you're seeking. And she knows that. And she knows you're so invested. You're so attached. You need that response to that good morning text. And that turns her off. She will never be attached to you to the degree you want when you operate this way. So how do you be the man who does not need a woman, therefore getting the love, the respect, the attachment to the degree he wants out of this woman in his relationship? Well, the first thing that you need to do is always have the ability to walk away from this woman at any moment in time. I don't care whether you've been dating this girl for a week and she's just disrespected your boundaries a little bit, you walk away. I don't care whether you're in a long-term relationship with a girl for 3 years and you've grown together and you've known her since high school, it's a high school romance, you walk away. You always have to retain that ability to walk away when the relationship isn't going in the direction you want it to anymore. The key to this truly working, and what guys always get wrong, is they don't truly mean it. If you decide to walk away from a woman, whether she's disrespected your boundary, whether she's done something that you don't like, You have to walk away and not look back. Let's say you're in a 2-year relationship. You go up to your girlfriend and you're like, that guy friend you have, Henry, the guy who's in that friendship group, he has a crush on you. Clearly he's waiting his turn, he's touching you a bit weird, it's getting a bit inappropriate. I feel like you should distance yourself from him and not associate yourself with him because it's very disrespectful to the relationship. If in a week's time you look at her Instagram story and she's with that same friendship group and Henry's in the back, she's just disrespected your boundary to the highest degree, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to walk away from this woman. And you don't walk away for a week, you don't walk away for a month and then take her back after she begs and pleads. You truly walk away and you do not look back. If you go soft and eventually take this girl back, she knows that leaving you would affect you. Therefore, she concludes in her subconscious mind that her SMV, her sexual market value, is higher than yours. Hypergamy sets in and she will go seek a better man. A man who does not tolerate disrespect and tolerate her breaking his boundaries. Women want a man who's better than them. They want to be overachievers. They want to know in their head that they have won at the game of relationships. If they know that you need them, if they know that you rely on them for your happiness, and you would be absolutely distraught if they left you because they are the center of your world. If they know this, not only will they never be attached to you, they'll never respect you, and the relationship is eventually always going to end. And this is not something that's going to happen overnight. This is something that's going to be small increments over a longer period of time that's going to leave her bitter. Eventually she's going to get bitter and she's going to resent even the smallest things about you. She's going to wake up, you're going to be eating breakfast, and she's going to be like, I hate the way he just chooses food. This is what she's going to do. She's going to be like, I hate the way he chews that bacon. It's disgusting. Over time, she's going to get resentful and bitter because she knows you need her. Look, I realise that this is not necessarily flattering, okay? But you've got to understand, just like me, you have been brought up on Disney movies, on romantic comedies, on The Notebook, right? And the reality is that that is not the truth. The truth is, and it's kind of dark, the truth is that you can spend 2, 3, 10 years with a woman, and if you've been making these small little mistakes where she knows that you need her, that relationship was never going to work. And I would rather you guys save the time, save the heartbreak, save the disappointment, and get to know the truth now.